Hey guys, this is Pri from Voltech, and today I'm going to show you the Android L final preview that's been released on October 17th. So here we go. This is the lock screen, which is pretty much the same as the Android L developer preview, but the difference is when we have to go for the camera directly from the lock screen. So when you swipe, you see this and it opens. That's really fast and awesome. And same is for the phone call app for the dialer, as simple as that. So now coming to the home screen, it's pretty much the same as you get with KitKat, not much of a difference there, although the icons have been improved. The navigation icons have been changed and they are little smaller than the one that you usually get, or you are the one you get with KitKat, and the status bar icons have also been changed. Also the Google Now has been changed. The cards have become a more sophisticated with different colors according to the type of the card, and you can get to the settings for Google Now from here, from where you can change if you want reminders, customize, or you can change the settings as from where you want the voice recognition or what all kind of cards you want and all that kind of stuff from here. Now coming to the notification bar, as you can see, the major change that I have found in this from the developer preview is that you have got a clear all button now right at the bottom right corner. When you swipe it down again and you will get the toggles. Now in the toggles, earlier when we used to long press, then the settings opened, but now that feature is not there. To open the Wi-Fi in settings, you need to click on Wi-Fi and it will open settings. Other than that, if you want to open a data for the data usage, like if you want to open my data pack from the cellular data, then if I click, it opens the data usage right there in your notification panel. So this is something different that I noticed. And they have added some toggles like the cast screen and flashlight, which were not there in the KitKat, so you can use them directly from the notification panel. Now they have added this option for selecting the user. So one is the owner of the Nexus, that is me here, so I have selected myself. You have the option of selecting the guest as well. So in this you can disable or enable some particular features that you want the guest to use. So if suppose you don't want to share your images but somebody wants to see your phone or check it out, then you can just select the guest profile, disable the viewing of images in it, and then he won't be able to see the image, but he will be able to use the other features that you would have got when you have this ROM for the first time. So, and to get into the settings, you can just tap this here, and these are the settings. It has been changed from KitKat quite a lot with a white background. It looks pretty nice. Really impressed with this kind of setting. Now as you can see, this is Android version 5.0. Really nice, this effect you see, and they have also added a game to it. This game is known as Easter egg by the Google, and you have to just play this. You have to move that Android between the two lollipops. Pretty difficult game, just like the Flappy Bird. So you can see I've got one score now. That's about this game, nothing much, but a really difficult game and a pastime really. Apart from that, coming to the app drawer, the app drawer has been changed completely. Earlier it was a transparent app drawer, but now they have changed the background to white and it opens like a floating window. So you can see the navigation bar at the bottom with the background and a floating window different. You can see that it's a different window that has opened on your screen. Also, Google has made differences in the material design in some of their own apps like Google Plus. So if I open Google Plus, you can see, suppose if I want to open this particular image, so this particular profile, so I click on the image and it grows up. So the animations have been changed. Most of them are grow up animations and they look pretty nice on this. The dialer is pretty awesome. You can see really good animations right there. not much of problem there anywhere. And also the tab feature that they had promised has not come with the Chrome app, but you can have that with beta. That is, suppose if you open Google in one of the tabs and you open a new tab, and now you can access these tabs right from the multitasking. So you get both of these tabs right there, Flipkart and Google. So this was a feature that was promised by Google in the I/O that was organized in 2014. This is not available with Chrome at the moment, but is available with Chrome Beta. Apart from that, the multitasking card design is pretty much the same that you would have got with the developer preview. It looks really nice, pretty awesome, pretty fast, no problem, no lag at all. Okay. Now there are some more features that have been introduced, like the battery saver, which you get with Android L. So you do not need any other app to enable a battery saving setting. So you go into the battery, you select from here battery saver, then you have the option of turning it on, or you turning it on automatically at 5% battery or at 15% battery. So when you enable this battery saver, it extends your battery life by about an hour, I guess. I haven't used it so far, but it underclocks the performance, and due to that the phone becomes a little laggy. You won't be able to play most of the games properly, and there will be a lot of discrepancy when you will be opening any app, but it will definitely increase your battery life. So in a emergency situation when you cannot charge your device, this is a really good option for you. Apart from this, and the accessibility, the ones that they got in the developer preview version, they have still got it, like the color inversion capability you can see, or the color correction. Apart from this, also there is one more feature that I found on this, which was that in multitasking you can pin a particular app if you want. So let me just find where that option was. In security, I guess. Yeah, here you see screen pinning, and you switch it on, then you can so what it happens here is, suppose I'm using this particular app, suppose I'm using Google Plus. So I go to multitasking right again, I get this option to pin. So if I click on this, it will pin this app on my screen, so I won't be able to change. Suppose when I click back, it will still remain on Google Plus, it won't exit Google Plus. So it says that to unpin the screen, touch and hold back and resense at the same time. Till the time you won't do that, this app will not close from your mobile. So now if I press both these buttons together, the screen gets unpinned and I can go to other apps if I want. I also found the way of locking the screen really nice. The KitKat version was really famous for its style, but this is even better. Just have a look at it. The screen goes black and white, and then it decreases in size. It's really awesome. Also, you get the notifications right in your lock screen, so you can just swipe if you don't want a particular notification. So just swipe and the notification is gone. You can also change the settings for these notifications for the type of notifications that you want on your lock screen. So you can disable a particular app if you don't want others to see your notification. Also, now I will show you the heads up notification that has been added. So suppose if I am browsing, suppose if I open a particular app, say Chrome Beta. So now I have an application open. So now I will ask my friend to call me. And there you see. So it comes as an heads up notification. So your app does not close. So suppose if you are playing a game, the app will not close and it will not pause. If you don't want to answer the call, you can just swipe that heads up notification and the call will go on silent, and if you want you can dismiss, or if you select to answer then the app will pause, if the game will pause, and you can continue with your talks, and after talk you can just go back to gaming. So suppose now I don't want to answer him, I'll just swipe and the notification gone. I can continue doing my work, whatever I am doing. So that's it. If you like the video, feel free to give us a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.